All right, so look, I've been watching how y'all talk about neurodivergence on this app, and it's getting exhausting because it seems like white folks treat neurodivergence like a personality upgrade, something to make them more relatable or quirky. Somehow y'all turn neurodivergence into an aesthetic, a TikTok brand. Meanwhile, when you're black or when you're melanated in general, neurodivergence isn't a vibe. It's expert level survival mode. And y'all seem to realize how dangerous this fantasy that y'all are playing with is. Let's be honest, when you're white and neurodivergent, you get a lot of passes. You forget deadlines, they say, it's okay, he has ADHD. You don't pick up on social cues, they say, no worries, he's on the spectrum, just give him some time. You can mess up, you can zone out, you can be different, and the world just adjusts to you. Your neurodivergence is seen as eccentric. People give you grace. You might even get job accommodations, therapy, or a whole online following talking about your struggles. But when I show up with the same traits, it's a problem. I'm disrespectful. I'm lazy. I'm difficult. You see, y'all's quirks are our character flaws, and that's the gap that y'all don't want to talk about. And from the moment we were kids, it starts. A white child with ADHD is spirited or full of energy. A black child with ADHD is disruptive and needs discipline. Y'all get special learning programs and understanding teachers. We get suspensions and referrals and labels like problem student. And by the time we grow up, that quirky brain that y'all romanticize, we've been punished for it so long, we don't even know what authenticity feels like anymore. You see, when you STEM, people think that you're expressing yourself. When I STEM, I'm acting crazy. If you need extra processing time, then they wait patiently. If I need extra processing time, then I'm slow or unprepared. You see, the world's patience for neurodivergence is directly proportional to how white you are. And that's the truth. Y'all get empathy. We get consequences. And y'all talk about masking like it's a personal inconvenience. Oh, I just had to mask at that party. I'm so drained now. But for me, masking is the default. It's not a choice. It's the only way to survive in a world that views my natural behaviors as a threat. Because I don't get to be myself without risking my job, without risking my reputation, or without risking my safety. You see, you can STEM in public and just get a few awkward stares. But if I STEM in public, then people start clutching their purses and calling security. Your executive dysfunction gets called cute, messy girl vibes. But mine gets me written up or fired. Y'all talk about body doubling like it's a productivity hack. But for me, it's a lifeline just to get through a world that expects me to be at 200% and just to be seen as average. You see, y'all are playing in a sandbox. We are playing in a minefield. And let's talk about the economic side of this. A lot of y'all have the resources to properly explore your neurodivergence. You have private therapists, you have support groups, and sometimes you even have accommodations at work and school. You have parents who knew the system and made sure that you got what you needed. But for black people, for melanated people, most of us grow up undiagnosed or misdiagnosed or just told you need to focus harder while the world punishes us for being different. And when you're in the working class, you don't get to have bad executive function days. You don't get to take a mental health break. Every time we make a mistake, it costs us something. And y'all out here just building TikTok careers out of the struggles that we're still fighting just to survive. And even the spaces that are supposed to support neurodivergent folks, even those spaces are built around white experiences. White neurodivergent people create these communities, and a lot of times I don't even think that they realize that these communities are still centered around whiteness. And when melanated folks try to share our experiences, try to share our truths and our opinions, then we are met with silence, or even worse, gaslighting. They say, oh, it's not a race thing. But yes, it is, because we are navigating a double layer of oppression. And white spaces don't fully understand this. So we get hit with the stop making excuses, which essentially leaves us isolated in both worlds. You see, y'all are building communities out of your neurodivergence. Meanwhile, we are still fighting for visibility. So yes, when I see white folks turning neurodivergence into this cute little aesthetic, it is frustrating because y'all get to explore it like a personality quirk. while we are out here battling the real life consequences of it every day. You live in a world that makes space for your difference. We live in a world that punishes us for it every day. For y'all, neurodivergence is just a conversation. For us, it is a survival strategy. Somehow, our stories are the ones that get ignored, while y'all get celebrated for being authentic. Neurodivergence ain't a vibe. It is a lived experience that is very different when you are melanated. Sometimes it feels like y'all out there living in fantasy land while we out here living in the real world, and it is very exhausting.